I'm Robrad78.
And I'm Fidget 1185.
And welcome to our Couples Therapy.
Welcome back to Couples Therapy, where we talk about this, that, and the other thing.
And today's subject is reflecting on 3 years of relationship.
Yep.
So it's been 3 years for us. It's quite a journey. I can't believe we made it to 3 years. This is my longest relationship I've ever had.
Wow.
Yep.
And to think the first year and a half maybe was long distance?
Yeah. You know how the statistics on those work out.
Usually don't last very long.
Fun fact is not only did my relationship start off as long distance, but so did my brother's as well. So it must run in the family. And he's been married for almost 10 years now.
Holy moly. That's crazy.
Yep. So that's nuts.
So, honestly, it doesn't feel like we've been together 3 years. Like, sometimes it feels like less time. Sometimes it feels like we've been together a lot longer than that.
Yeah. I'll say, for me, the reason why it doesn't feel like it's been 3 years is, again, because of that year and a half that we were long distance. And not that I didn't take the relationship seriously when we were long distance, but it was hard to take certain things seriously when it's like, yeah, they're clear across the way. Like, it's like you can't like really talk about the relationship to other people because people are usually like very negative about long distance and stuff. So it was best for me. I remember the year and a half that we weren't together, I just didn't really talk to anyone about it because I didn't want to hear about like, oh, are you sure she's real, this or that, or it's like, yeah, I knew she was real because we FaceTime all the time, but or like, when's she coming down, when's she gonna be here? Right. It's like, don't worry about that. That's our thing to worry about. But
I kind of ran into like that same thing, like, well, how do you know that he really is like who he says he is? And it's like, one, like we met, like I met on Twitch, so it's like, bam, right there, see your face.
Yeah.
And then, like, once we became friends, and then, like, we FaceTime, like you said, we FaceTimed, like, all the time. So it's like we knew we weren't lying about what we looked like or anything.
Yeah. And it's like we hung out more than anything. Like, Discord was our savior because, like, we would literally stay on Discord all night long. We would literally keep it on while we fell asleep.
All right. Oh, I kind of miss those days. Those were the fun days.
We'd leave a TV show on and we'd just watch it off the computer. First it was the computer, and then my computer went to crap, and so then I had to do it off my phone.
Yeah, but we did still watch the things off of my laptop, and I would just share my screen. And that's like one thing like I wanted to mention is, long distance relationships are hard, and I'm not gonna lie, like certain aspects of them suck, but we found ways to make it work, as in like the FaceTiming and like watching YouTube stuff on YouTube together, or if it was like the weekend, we'd watch a movie together, and then it's like, oh, well, I gotta go do this now, and it's like, yeah, I should probably go do stuff around the house. So we'd part ways, and like later on, like in the evening or whatever, we'd meet back up and chill.
Yeah. So I know when we started talking to each other, it was like the beginning, like the peak of COVID, basically. And personally, I was like, this is a crazy time. We had a lot more free time. I was still working full time. Like, my job never shut down, but like it seemed like because the world was shut down so much that everybody had so much free time and whatnot. We did meet off of Among Us from a mutual streamer, and Fidget was known as first round Fidget back then.
Everybody had it out for me for some reason.
She was so easy to kill. And so we would take her out first. And yeah, it was just fun. Actually, the first night that I met Fidget, she got a little too saucy. She had a little too much to drink that night.
Yeah, learned a lesson. Didn't do that again.
She had wine fever. But no, we continued to hang out because she discovered, oh, I stream too. And so she came over and checked my stuff out as well. And then we got to talking. And it was almost instantly we just started hanging out in the Discords because I know I'd mentioned, like, if anybody just wants to hang out in the Discord, you know, like, I don't, you know, just real chill. You don't have to do a whole lot. We can just hang out. And Fidget was like, ooh, that sounds like fun.
Literally took you up on that offer.
Yeah. And then taught her how to play a couple games throughout the way. We learned how to play some DBD, which Fidget is obsessed with watching still to this day. She watches DBD streamers. And we learned how to play Fortnite.
Well, you had a little bit of a head start.
Yeah, she watched me goof around on it for a while before she joined on. She actually joined on her birthday.
Yeah, you somehow convinced me to play because, as I told you, like, I never liked any of those kind of, like, shooter games because, one, no one really took the time or had the patience to, you know, kind of, like, teach me. And, you know, it's like, okay, you do this, and this button does that, and that. And it's like, wait, what now? And then, like, I would just get frustrated, you know, always being the first one dead. You know, I guess that's a running theme in video games. And then I would just get frustrated, and it was just like, no, like,
not for me.
Not for me, but it was just like, I don't know how you convinced me to play. And, well, you know, 3 years later, here we are still playing Fortnite together.
It was your birthday, and it was the day that I asked you out, so you're probably already in a good mood. So, what most people don't know is I asked Fidget out on her birthday. I waited until midnight to make sure that it was her birthday. It was 2 a.m. where I was, but it was midnight in California where she was at. And then when I got home that day, because it was a Friday, because I was working, when I got home that day, we played video games until the sun came up, pretty much. I remember we stayed up pretty early that morning. Yeah, it was a great time. We hung out with a lot of people that day. Fidget got to see a whole lot of people playing Fortnite. And then, again, when we taught her how to play DBD, she had a lot of people playing that. And another thing that she always said to me was that I played games differently than other people. So it was like, oh, you don't have to win the game. You can have fun. So she saw that I wasn't like pressuring people to win or whatnot. I was just goofing around on the game. Winning was just a bonus.
Right. And I tried to adapt that into my way of playing games now.
Yeah. It's still a work in progress, but we're working on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's frustrating when you're playing, like, Fortnite, and then you get, like, one shot in the head by, like, a gray weapon, and you're like, how? Make that make sense. Where you have literally the same weapon, and you're shooting at him, and it takes 50 bullets.
Yeah.
You know, that...
I've been there.
It's frustrating, and I have to learn to just, you know, deep breath in and breathe out the bull poop.
And the best part about that is there's other modes too. So like about Fortnite, that's what's nice is there's other modes, so we don't have to, like, if we don't like how Battle Royale is acting up, we're like, you know what, we'll play another mode. We really got into a couple new modes, and some of the modes kind of remind us of Among Us.
Imposter.
Yeah. Which I'll probably do a video about that in the future where I promote it and tell you guys to check out that because it's one of my favorite modes, and it's easy leveling up.
I know for a while I got into the Lego Fortnite. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still into it. It just...
Needs to be more creative and less...
Right. What I don't like, though, is, like, oh, you can only have, like, so many, like, characters, like, in your, like, village or whatever. Or you could have, like, all people, or you could have, like, all animals. But there's only, like, a set number you can have. Like, I think it should be, like, in one world, like, it should be, like, unlimited.
If you want to make a mega city, you should be able to make a mega city.
Right. I mean, that, I feel like that's pretty much, like, my only complaint about that, but...
Yeah. And then, like, you can only have, like, 5 cities to the max. Otherwise...
Oh, in one world. Like, in my world, you can only have, like, 5. In his, you can only have 5.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying is, like, it should be, like, unlimited.
Yeah. It should be more like Minecraft, which is, I believe, what they originally...
We're kind of shooting for.
Yeah, because it's kind of got a Minecraft style to it, but with Legos.
Okay,
we got off topic, but
that's bound to happen from time to time.
I mean that's what this 3-year relationship's been about, is playing video games and hanging out, and just that's how we met, and it's kind of how we keep going.
Right, but honestly, when it was just like when him and we were just hanging out, like, did I look into the future and, like, see this, like, us together? No, not really. Like, I just, thought it was just gonna be, like, a really, like, awesome, like, internet friend.
I gotta say the same. Another thing that we could talk about is, like, where do we go from here? We got 3 years. What do we want? What's the goal for 4 years? By 4 years, you got any things that specific that are goals?
Well, be a little more, like, financially stable.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel right now with my job, your job, I'm hoping it's a little less, like, stress on you now, like, when it comes to paying bills. A little bit. I mean, if I could take a little bit of stress, I call that a win.
Yeah, like, even though the house bill just went up again.
I know, that's boo.
Like, can't they just stick to the same price?
Why can't it just keep going down?
Right?
I would be okay with that. But honestly, like, by, like, our 4-year anniversary, like, one thing, like, I'm hoping, like, us to be married.
By 4 years?
Yeah.
That's
my next birthday.
That's a little crazy.
I mean...
A little cray-cray in the beginning, eh?
I mean...
I would rather us get engaged first.
Well... Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. If we got engaged, and then maybe take some time in the engagement and then get married.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking. Like, engagement, but marrige came out, that took over.
Yeah.
But...
Because, like...
So...
Yeah. And I have a plan with that stuff, but I have not said it to her, but I have said it to other people, so they know my time. Of what stuff is going to happen and how it'll happen. I have multiple ways of how it could happen.
Oh,
it just depends on how our financials are going.
Good Lord.
One of them I think would be cool if we can't do any of the other ones. But I got some ideas.
And I mean, like, I'm the type of person where, like, you don't have to go all out.
Nope.
I've just always been that way.
And like we've already said, like, we don't plan on having a big fancy wedding either.
I always thought I wanted that as a kid, but then, like, going through, like, being the maid of honor for my sister's wedding and then my best friend's wedding literally, like, a few months after that, it's like, I don't want the stress.
It's exhausting just being a part of a wedding like that. And, like, honestly, like, all the people that are there, majority of them are just like, I'm ready for this to be over with already.
Right.
So we're going to have a small wedding. It'll probably be here in the garage where you have this podcast. and we'll have close friends and family. And that will be basically it. And then, like, one day we'll have a big anniversary and we'll celebrate it big up. Because that's what people should really focus on. Not focus on celebrating the beginning, but how long they last. Because most people don't last very long anymore. Flies are going at it.
Flies be flying.
That's right.
But, so, to answer the question for you, where do you see us, like...
I already said, but
yeah.
I said, I mean, I'd rather see us engaged, not married, but at first.
Yep.
Like, me personally, I prefer to be, like, engaged for at least a year and then get married. Because you gotta kind of test the waters.
But also, like, I feel going from, like, just being, like, boyfriend, girlfriend, like we are, to being fiance, like, I feel like that really shouldn't, like, that shouldn't change anything.
It shouldn't, but there's a lot of legality that you gotta sort out and stuff like that. Like,
well, and I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, whenever, like, we get engaged, like, literally, like, I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna feel, like, closer to you, like, but, like, is, like,
yeah,
like, the way that, like, we're gonna be towards each other, is that gonna change? Probably not. And,
probably
like, that's
not.
how I feel like it should, like, that shouldn't change.
No, it's not so much of the title or the changing of anything. It's just, like, making sure that we have everything in order before we do the big night.
Big plunge.
Yeah, the big ball and chain. No chance to run away after that.
Yeah, no chance.
So, another thing I want to add, a little sad note here, but on this day I like to wear flannel, the day that we are recording. Because a lot of people don't know, but, like, 3 days after me and Fidget decided to date, which was on her birthday, November 2nd, on November 5th, which is the day of this recording, one of my best friends, he passed away. He took his own life. And I wear flannel on this day a lot because it reminds me of him. That was his favorite article of clothing. He was a big flannel guy. And yeah, I like to keep him in my memory. He was like a brother to me, and little brother. He was only 22 years old. He'd be 25 now. But yeah, this is for Tommy Lewis. And though Fidget never really got to meet you, she did get to see you a little bit through Discord, but that was about it. But you'll never be forgotten in this household, and we just want to let you know that keeping you in our memories forever. I'm going to remember the good times. And yeah, it's been 3 years, but never be forgotten. But on to more of the 3-year relationship. So we talked about a year from now, what do we see? What about, like, let's say 3 years from now? So if we're at six years, what would be? So we already talked about, like, by next year we want to be at least engaged, by the both of us agreeing on that at least.
Yes.
And so then after 2 years, essentially, we would be married at least. So what about that 3rd year? We'd be like 1 year into marriage. What kind of goals do we want to be having by then? I'm hoping that, we'll have less bills by then. About that time, I feel like my truck will be paid off, so then
we just have to worry about my car.
Worry about your car, and we'll probably pay on it more because we'll have mine already paid off. So then you might actually get yours paid off even sooner.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah, and plus you can always chip in on that too, and then we could really get it paid off sooner. And then once we get hers paid off, plan on getting myself a different vehicle as well. So trade in my vehicle, and then once that one's paid off, trade in her vehicle. That's kind of what we want to do. And we're going to do a financial episode here in the future. So stay tuned to that for more discussions on this. But yeah, 3 years from now, I feel like we'll be 1 year into marriage. We should be pretty well set with everything around here. We just, living our lives, having friends over. I hope Fidget gets more friends locally and come hang out with them. I know she's making some friends at work now, and I think that's awesome. But yeah, I hope everything goes good by then, and we can just have like a normal life. Like,
that's what I wanted.
Yeah, I just want to exist and get stuff done.
Right.
Flies are nuts in here.
But yeah. And then, of course, after like the year and a half of us being long distance, then it was kind of, we came to a point of like, well, what's next?
Yeah.
Did I honestly think that like we'd forever be long distance? No. And then, I don't know where you came up with it, but like at first I thought you were kind of joking when, why don't you move out here?
No,
I
remember saying that, like, the only way we can really fully move this relationship forward ever is if she had to move here, because I already had a outstanding job, and, her job was one that could be more replaced than mine, and easier to find another one compared to mine. Moving to California, personally, would be irresponsible financially, because it is way too expensive to live in California, especially when it's like I already have a 401k and all that stuff growing here. I'm working on buying a house, stuff like that. I've already got roots here for a foundation of starting a life, whereas hers was, ready. She still had some stuff that she had to work out.
Oh, and I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, like, it was a hard decision on my part. It's like I was terrified of talking to my parents about it, because that moving from California to out here in the Midwest, it's about give or take 1,800 miles, plus or minus.
Yeah, it's a day and 3 hours at least.
And it was hard, like, obviously, like, I wanted to be with him, and, really like him, just, a little bit. But, other than, like, my close-knit group of friends and my family, like, I really had, like, nothing going for me. I was at a dead-end job, that wasn't going anywhere. And, I think when I first started talking to my mom about me moving out here, like, I think she was completely shocked, and, sitting my dad down, having that talk with him, like, whew, I dreaded it more than talking to my mom about it. But obviously, I'm here, so.
Yep.
I mean, you draw your own conclusions.
Yeah, and, it's not easy for someone to move completely away from their existence, basically. Friends and family. See you later, I'll come back sometime. But it was really the only way we could tell if this relationship was going to go to the next step. And she took the big leap, which is hard for someone who, as we discussed in a previous episode, if you haven't checked it out yet before, has anxiety and depression. So that's why we took baby steps on the movement, and it's also why we do this couples therapy too. It's also a way to therapeutically, notice I used the word therapy in there, talk about our feelings and discuss future plans and whatnot, and have a mutual respect for each other.
Well, I just thought it was kind of funny, though. Like, my packing was literally 4 suitcases
Yeah.
of when did I move out here? It was in the summer. It was around your
June
birthday.
24th.
Yeah, so it was summertime. So I'm like, what am I bringing, and what the heck can I fit into 4 suitcases? So it was basically a lot of like shorts, pajamas, undergarments of certain varieties,
Yeah.
Socks, and I think maybe like a couple like sweatshirts, something like that. Things I would need immediately, like toiletries, like toothbrush, things like that. Managed to fit a lot in 4 suitcases. Like, you'd be surprised. And, my mom came out with me, and I think, like, I greatly thank her for that. Because I don't think I could have done it.
So
I don't think I could have moved by myself.
And now you've gotten officially like a driver's license, and you've officially gotten what would you call it, registered in Iowa. So that means you're officially an Iowan.
Yeah.
You've even done your taxes in Iowa by now.
Yeah. One time. That's crazy.
So you're officially here.
I'm here.
Been here for over a year now.
A year and a few months.
Yep. Next month will be a year next month, on the 24th would be a year and 6 months. June is 6 months into the year, and that would be the last month of the year. So yeah. So you're almost a year and a half.
Dang, time flies.
So I think this is a game that every year around this time, I feel like we're going to do an episode like this every year around this time. Do like a year reflection of whatever anniversary it is. I just think it's a fun thing to do. But I think right now what I want to do to kind of close this, unless you want to have anything else to talk about.
No.
I mean, we can save it for next year. I think what we should do is you should grab your phone, and we should look up the game, Him or Her. The game that they do at a lot of weddings, where it's like, who is more likely to do this? Who's more likely to do that? And I want to start doing that every year and see if our answers are still the same every time we do an episode on this year date.
So what am I looking at?
It's like the wedding game or something, like Him or Her or something like that.
Let's see. Oh God, I can spell.
Not that weddings have to be him or her. It could be a him and him, or her and her. But in our case, it is a him or her situation.
Oh, they call it like the wedding shoe game because
we'll just point at each other or point at who we think.
Okay. What are the questions? Oh, I think it's. Oh, it's okay.
Ready? We'll ask this question every year, these questions every year, just to see if they change.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the first one. Who is the better driver?
Me. Definitely me. You just started.
Who has been in more car accidents?
Well, that's not fair. I've drove longer.
So
yeah, me.
Who studied the hardest in school?
I didn't really study at all.
Neither did I.
I'm gonna say you. Nerd.
No. Who got better grades in school?
What were your grades?
Horrible.
Okay, what was your average, like, in high school? Did you flunk any classes in high school?
Oh, yeah.
How many?
Too many to count. So, what about you?
I flunked one class in high school, and that's it.
So then you had the better grades.
Okay, I had better grades. Cool.
Who's smarter? I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Because I'll say, like, both of us.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it depends on the subject, and it's like talk about like street smart. I don't know. Backwoods smart, probably
Definitely,
me.
yeah. But that's why I'm saying like
Yeah,
it
just
depends on
what it is.
who's more creative.
Creative, I guess
You.
me, because I came up with the pods. Doing the YouTube, doing the Twitch.
Who is better at keeping surprises? I'm gonna say you because you apparently have the surprise of like.
I don't know. I hate surprises, so usually like for your birthday and stuff, I just give you your birthday stuff a week early, just so I don't have to hold on to it.
Or you could have left it in the store and then picked it up closer to my birthday.
No, but and then like when it comes to like me, like I don't do surprises, so I would say it's more you. I don't really like whenever you say I got a surprise for you. For me, it's like as opposed to like me, I'm just like, here, I got you something, and then I tell you what it is before I even.
Right.
So I would say you.
Who will be doing the cooking?
Probably me.
I'd say depends.
90% me.
Who is more adventurous?
Depends on what you mean. Like,
I mean, that
who's more likely to go on an outside adventure? Probably me.
it depends on the context.
Yeah.
So I say that could be either one.
Who's more likely to go on a reading adventure? Probably me.
You. Who is more likely to get injured?
I've never broken a bone in my body.
Neither have I. I've sprained my ankle back in
I've done
elementary
that plenty
school.
of times. How many concussions have you had?
One.
I had one, too. Well, possibly two. One was just not recorded. Because my dad didn't believe in taking me to the doctors. How many times have you had your head split open?
None.
Yeah, I win that one. So I guess me.
I think it just like who's more likely to get injured. I mean, again, like it depends. Like
My-
at work, you.
Yeah, my job is more dangerous.
Do that all the time, anyways.
I don't get injured.
Well, you come home with like 7 scratches on. Yeah.
That's just normal work. That's guy stuff. Nothing you can't handle. Injury to me is like a broken bone, something that like takes you out of being able to do your normal day-to-day activity.
Who is more likely to get sunburn? To get a sunburn?
Me. My Irish skin.
Yeah, me too. That's pasty white.
I don't tan.
My legs don't. It's quite funny.
Mine blind people. I remember one time I went to the state fair and I was wearing shorts and people were literally going like this because the sun was reflecting off my legs. I was like, shameless fella.
Who is more likely to be running late?
Probably you.
Yeah.
Because I am pretty... Let's go.
Oh, there are some times, though, where I'm like, can we go? Let's go. And then you look at me all, like, mad.
That's because I know we're way too early.
So I'd rather be okay. But you never know. There could be an accident. There could be a butt ton of traffic. Had we left those 5 minutes early, we could have avoided it.
And I know I could go around the traffic.
Anyway, who is the better dresser?
Oh, definitely me.
No. I like, either, like, both of us.
Snazzy.
I mean, we definitely have our own.
Yeah, it depends on what you think style is.
Individual, like, style. Like, you're more country, I'm more... Not that there's anything wrong. I love it. Like, who's better looking?
Not me.
Who said I love you first?
Definitely her. Not big on the affectionate stuff.
Who starts the arguments?
Oh, definitely me. I have fun with that.
A little too much. Who is the first to say I'm sorry?
Yeah, her. I don't apologize for nothing. Apologies sign of weakness.
No, it's not. See, look, starting arguments already. Who wears the pants in the relationship? It's 50-50. I'm wearing pants too.
No, you're wearing slacks.
No, they're leggings. They're still
That's
pants.
not pants.
Yes, they are.
These are pants.
Okay, and we both wear the
Camo pants.
We both wear the pants in the relationship, meaning it's 50-50.
I say 100.
No, we both do. Who spends more money?
Me, because I have more money.
Who's going to pay the bills? Both.
I mean, to the point.
I mean, you started paying them, but like I'm gonna help.
Yeah, I mean, that starting now, like the answer is definitely gonna change next year, right?
We'll see
for sure.
Who will be?
I like how the stop button's right on your nose. Okay, Rudolph.
Who will be in control of the remote?
Oh, I love the remote, but she has.
Because you like being in control.
Because I wear the pants to the relationship.
No, you don't. No.
No, she is home more than me, so she watches TV more when I'm not here.
It depends. Like,
question mark.
Like today, I was like trying to hang up more stuff in the room, so I wasn't really watching TV. Anyways, who will be most likely to wake up grumpy? Oh, hands down, it's me.
I don't wake up grumpy. My day becomes grumpy increments throughout the day. Like I actually wake up in an excellent mood, and then because serious events happen, and people just I don't take stupid. Anything with stupid makes me more mad.
Let me explain it to you this way, guys. When I gotta get up for work on the weekends, and if he doesn't gotta work Saturday, who's up super early, either watching something really loud on his phone
and enjoying myself?
Well, that's fine.
I'm just saying, I'm never in a grumpy mood, though, am I?
But guess who wakes up grumpy because you're blaring your phone? Or decides to play Fortnite at 6 o'clock in the morning when the rest of us are trying to sleep. So yes, definitely wakes up grumpy.
Who's enjoying themselves? This one. I just have a big old smile on my face while she's angry. I'm like, meow.
Yeah. And then...
Sourpuss.
Because you woke me up. Who is more likely to get lost? Because I'm not from around here.
I'm pretty good with direction, except for when I got lost in Kansas City.
Who is more likely to ask for directions?
Probably her.
Or there's a lovely invention called a cell phone and called type, you know.
That's the thing anymore. Nobody's going to ask for directions anymore. I mean, if that counts, then you're technically asking that for directions. Then yeah, still you, but...
Yeah, because you're the one. Because I made you drive, so I gotta be the one to ask for directions to figure out where we're going. So it works.
Pretty much.
Who has the smelliest feet?
My feet don't even stink.
Yes, they do.
She's made that an inside joke.
Oh my God,
But I've smelled them, and it smells wonderful. I just want you guys to know, my feet smell good.
Don't believe me.
If you want feet pics, check out my OnlyFans. I mean, what? Never mind. But no stinky feet. Hers, however, let me tell you. Pew-wee.
Oh, he is full of baloney.
You ever smelled petrified cow manure? That's what she massages her toes in.
Ew, that hard and crusty? No, you are the one with the hard, crusty toes.
No.
Anyways.
Smells nice.
Next question.
Gotta stop fidgeting with stuff.
Oh, ew. I touched the fly. It was gross. I feel like we already had this question. Who's better at keeping secrets? Probably me.
What the heck was that? That sounds exactly...
Who always replaces the toilet paper roll? I mean, both of us?
Depends on who empties it, or who's the one that gets there and realizes there is no toilet paper and goes, oh no.
But
sometimes that happens.
I will say this. How many times have I texted you like, hey, can you please bring me some toilet paper because there's literally none in the bathroom?
Yeah.
That's a fun one. And
I don't like our TP situation. Where we have to go out to another room to get the rest of the TP. I've done the same thing before too, though. Once.
Yeah, but I've done it more.
Yeah. Don't want to talk about it. I'm haunted.
Who is a bigger baby when they're sick?
She's a baby all the time.
You.
I'm a man. I get manly sick. I'm like,
Yes, and men turn into the biggest babies when they're sick.
no. I'm all like, if I die, I die. Whatever.
Oh my God.
Totally relaxed.
Who will kill the spiders in the house? You.
Sure. I had to do it when I was a kid. Both my dad or my brother were too scared to do it.
Well, I don't like spiders. Like the little tiny one.
Personally, I don't like spiders. But my dad, like I said, growing up, neither one of them would do it, so I had to do it.
Like, I can kill like the little tiny ones, but like the daddy long legs and
Like
things.
the one right there.
Stop, that is not funny. You were about to get... who has the better shower singing voice?
Well, that's me, of course.
No.
I've never heard you sing in the shower, so...
I've never heard you sing in the shower.
Oh, I have. Bars. You think it's just YouTube playing, but that's actually me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You keep telling yourself that.
So I'm going...
Who is more stubborn?
No, I'm never stubborn.
Yes, you are.
Nope.
Who has the shorter attention span?
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, look at that.
Who spends more time on Facebook?
Yeah, I don't really even get on Facebook.
Who has the crazier family?
Yeah, me. That's easy. That one will never change.
Who is more quick to anger?
Yeah. Yeah, you.
Who has?
Because I slowly get into it, but then I stay in it for a long time.
Who has the better handwriting?
Oh yeah, her. I'm a lefty, so lefties never have good handwriting.
Who's better at giving directions?
That's basically the opposite of who's most likely not to have direction or ask for directions.
Right, like if someone were to come up to us to ask, like, oh, how do I get to here? Like you...
You're going to be like, I don't fucking know. I don't live here.
I'm not from around these parts.
I don't know. I just live here.
Who is the most patient?
Depends on what we're talking about.
Yeah, so...
Probably you.
Me?
Because remember, I'm always like, let's go already.
That's fair.
Hut to.
When you get in an argument, who has the last word?
Oh, me.
Me.
Nah,
Yeah,
I always
you
sneak in it. I win.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No.
Yes, I win.
No, you don't. Who takes the longest to get ready?
Wait, her. I didn't even listen to the question because I'm the one that doesn't have the best attention span.
Who has the better fashion sense?
We already did this one. Why is there like three that are like the same question? And I remember that at weddings too. Like they'll ask the same question, but it'll be like...
Who has the better sense of humor?
Oh, me for sure. I'm a funny guy.
Who looks better today? We
Me.
both look good today.
I just showered, so...
So did I. I showered earlier today.
But I just showered.
No, you did not just shower.
40 minutes ago, I showered. Before we pressed recording, wet. Hair still wet.
Who takes longer in the shower? Probably me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm never really around when you shower, so... To me, I've never seen her shower. It never exists. I don't know if it happens or not.
Who has a bigger butt? Me? You do.
I got big butts. I got cake.
That you do. Who is more forgetful?
Oh, her. I got an iron jaw of memory.
Who's faster at responding to a text?
I don't really respond.
Yeah, I know. Because half the time you never hear your phone because you always keep it on silent.
Always. Nothing is important in life. Get your notes.
Who snores more?
I don't know. We're both asleep at the same time. I know I've heard you snore. You ever heard me snore?
Oh, yeah.
Am I loud?
It starts off quiet, and then I feel like sometimes it hits a crescendo, and it's like, damn, where did that come from?
Have you ever woke yourself up because of a snore?
No.
I win. Because I used to wake myself up so bad, and I'm actually going to be getting tested for sleep apnea soon. I'll be snoring.
Who's a picky eater?
No, definitely not me. Neither one of us are picky eaters, but the two of us, probably her. Because I would eat something before she would.
Yeah, if it has
like I would eat
peas or green beans.
Yeah, there you go.
And I've never tried. I want to try them. I can't say yay or nay to those because I never tried them.
Yeah.
Have I tried them? No, I don't think I have.
Fish.
Sardines that come in the thing.
I eat those every once in a while. Man, we got a good episode here.
Who wakes up first? You?
Oh, yeah. Every day.
All day, every day.
Even if I go to bed last, I still wake up first.
Well, that's only because of your job. Because you kind of have to.
No, I meant like even on the weekends.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like... Well, on Friday, like, if you come home and you sleep until, like, 8 o'clock, yeah, of course you're going to be...
That's who gets up first.
But I'm just saying, anyways, who spends more time staring at their phone?
I don't know. Well, yeah, you. Because we can't even watch a movie without you just staring at your phone. I can at least sit down and watch the full movie without looking at my phone. Serious, it's a problem.
Who is more clumsy? Who is more talkative?
Oh, me. That's why I had to have a podcast. She's scanning through the bad ones.
No, I'm trying to not repeat the same thing like 10 times.
I don't know why they do that and think that there's going to be a different answer than the other one. Or it's the exact opposite of the other one, but it's like, okay, well, you just said that one earlier, so obviously it's the other one.
Who is more likely to lose their keys or wallet?
Probably me. But I mean...
like both, because there have been times where I've had to come back in, grab my keys, and then it's like, oh, do I have everything this time?
How many times do you do it, though? I used to do it, like, every day.
Thankfully, mine, it's few and far between.
Yeah, I'd say it's me more. I mean, definition of lost and just forgot to grab it on the way out. Because, like...
Oh, that's...
Because, like, both of us, we don't really lose it. We just forget to grab it on the way out. If anything, if it was coming to loss, it'd probably be you because you don't put yours out on the counter like I do on mine. So then yours, you have to just find it somewhere in the room, and sometimes the room be messy.
Well, mine, it's that little thing, and I keep it in my back pocket in my pants, which oddly enough, it never falls out. It's if I forget to take my work phone out of my back pocket, that's always goes clunk clunk on the floor when I'm taking off my pants.
Clunk clunk.
Anyway.
You're telling them about taking off your pants. You want to see that content? Remember, refer to the OF.
Who has bigger feet?
Oh yeah, of course. This guy. You know what they say about big feet? Big socks. Yeah, there's a lot on there.
Who is in better shape? You.
I'm thumbsing up.
Oh, well, you looked weird. Whose car is the cleanest?
Yours. Yours is also newer. I stopped caring.
Who would rather be outdoors?
Probably me.
Oh, both.
This guy.
Who's older?
Me.
You are not older.
I feel it.
Who has more siblings? Me.
You got the Uno one.
Got
3.
No, it's me and it's me, my older brother, and my older sister.
Oh.
So I have two.
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh my god.
What?
A lot of these are like, who's smarter, who's more creative, who got better grades,
Again?
who will fall asleep first tonight.
I don't know. I say tonight.
Who will be the first to have a midlife crisis? Me.
I'm already having it.
Who drives faster?
Oh, me.
Who's most likely to be arrested? Why me?
How do you like that? Tell you how. She associates with my mom. My mom does something crazy. She's with her by association.
But I don't know.
I don't mess with her. I'm like, nope, you nuts. No. Her, she'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll go with you to Walmart. What could go wrong? Boom, both in jail. Me, safe at home playing video games.
Well, that's not appropriate to ask.
First one to get arrested on GTA. Her.
Ew.
You don't even know how to play the game. You make one crime, you know what? One crime, she's like, I don't know, how do I get away from the cops? Arrested. Me, I'm running away with 6 stars.
Who makes friends easier?
I'm a lovable guy.
Mm.
You get to the bottom of it? Holy cow. It's a long one. It'll be funny to see it next year too. Remember how long it was.
Alright, I think
That's it.
yeah. 'Cause a lot
So
of
who won?
There's no winners.
Oh. Well, you guys let us know down below who you think won. Alright guys. This has been another episode of Couples Therapy, where we talk about this, that, and the other thing.
Hey, that's my thing.
Oh. Until next time, guys. Much love. And peace.